It says that a D'Arsonval meter with 1 kilo ohms of internal resistance requires 10 milliamps to produce full scale deflection. So internal resistance is, if we call it Rm, 1 kilo ohms, and for full scale deflection the current is 10 milliamps. We need to calculate the value of series resistance needed to measure 50 volts of full scale. So V full scale is 50 volts. It's a voltmeter, so it will be connected in parallel with the element of which voltage we want to measure. So it's the connection looks like this. So this is where it's connected. This is our meter, and depending on the scale we need to add a series resistance. That's what we need to do. We need to calculate the value of series resistance. So depending on the range we will add what series resistance we need, the one that this switch will connect to this one or this one. So we need a full scale deflection of 50 volts. So what is the value of the resistance? So if let's say this is where it's connected, we call it RS, the one that we need to find out, and the meter resistance is RM. So what happens is, this is V full scale. When V is full scale, that's the worst case scenario, will be RM plus RS times I full scale. That's how it will be. RS is the resistance that we want to connect, and that resistance determines the range, what will be the full scale value for full scale voltage. So we can rewrite this one, VFS over IFS is equal to RM plus RS. So RS becomes VFS over IFS minus RM. So VFS is 50 volts, 50 there, and IFS is 10 milliamps, so 10 to the power minus 3, and this one RM is 1 kilo ohms. So I don't know, if we want to find it in terms of ohms, kilo ohms, we can just write 1 there. So this one now becomes 50 volts and 10 milliamps. So if we want to find in terms of kilo ohms, we can just get rid of this one. We don't need to convert it. So voltage divided by milliamps will give me kilo ohms. So that's how I'm leaving it. So this is becoming now 5 minus 1, 4 kilo ohms. Of course I could have converted it into amps, the current, and that way I would get ohms in terms of the voltage term divided by, so volt divided by amps would be ohms, but now I have done volt divided by milliamps, so I'm getting kilo ohms directly, because here we have kilo ohms, so we are getting the result in terms of kilo ohms. So that's the series resistance that need to be connected.